So when you're tired and delirious at almost 2 a.m. you type sentences into Google Translate and then you send them to me. Je pense que Leah est très jolie. I don't think you know just how much it means to me to watch you try to call me pretty in a language I know that you can't speak. You told me you didn't remember shit from Spanish class. You didn't know how you passed, but you did. So even if I wanted to call you pretty back in my high school foreign language, neither one of us would know what I had said, so I'll stick to French. Je pense que tu es très jolie aussi. I think you're pretty too in a language that you still don't speak. Then I said, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, over and over again, a confession in French, because I knew you wouldn't know what it meant. But I know that you don't fall as easily as I do, so I won't press my luck and say it in words you'll understand. Oh, I'm too scared if I tell you, hey, I love you, te amo. I'd never get to hear you call me très jolie again. You took Spanish in high school. I took French. I'm in college now. It's been 4 years since then, but I knew exactly what you said when you had said, je pense que Leah est très jolie. You copied and you pasted, but it meant everything to me to watch you try to call me pretty in a language you don't speak. Okay, so I'm just gonna make some assumptions here. So, considering you guys are at a pop punk concert, I'm gonna assume that you have been sad before. Yeah? Is that a yeah? Yeah? Guys, me too. Stars, they are just like us. I too have been sad before in my life. And in fact, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was so sad that I was like, being alive doesn't really sound like my thing anymore. It's just not for me, BFFs. And I wrote this song about how I knew that I didn't actually want to, I just wanted people to tell me that they loved me more and really cherish and value me as a human being. Thank you. And so I'm so glad that I didn't, what did I say? Because I wouldn't be here playing for you tonight, which is kind of a dream come true. So this is called Least Favorite Only Child. Almost pierced my nose in the bathroom out of spite, 'cause I had to move back home and my mom and I were in a fight, but just couldn't. Guess I'm not that wild and I don't wanna stay her least favorite only child. Almost crashed my car into the light pole just to say I did it. I don't wanna die, I just want people to think I could, so the next time that they see me, they'll hold me a little tighter and think about how sad it'd be if I wasn't alive anymore. And I know it's probably selfish, and I shouldn't think like that, so what if I do it for attention? With every about it a lot, and I'm not a danger to myself or others. I know it's what it sounds like, but I swear I'm not. I just want to feel different than what I felt before, and I don't want to be my mom's least favorite only child anymore. Almost ran away. I packed my car and I took the keys just to see if I disappeared. Would anyone even look for me? I cut and dyed my hair to try to feel like someone knew that I couldn't escape myself, no matter how badly I wanted to. And I know that it's probably something that I shouldn't think like that. So what if I do it for attention? Would that really be so bad? 'Cause I'm not gonna do it, just gonna think about it a lot. And I'm not a danger to myself or others. I know it's what it sounds like, but I swear I'm not. I just wanna feel different than what I felt before, and I don't wanna be my mom's least favorite only child anymore. And I shouldn't think like that. So what if I do it for attention? Does that really make me bad? 'Cause I'm not gonna do it, just gonna think about it a lot. And I'm not a danger to myself or others. I know it's what it sounds like, but I swear I'm not. I just wanna feel different than what I felt before, and I don't wanna be my mom's least favorite only child anymore. And I know I should be kinder to my body and my mind, and things are gonna get better if I just give myself more time. I've got the rest of my life to feel different than I do, and being my mom's least favorite only child must mean that I'm her favorite too.
This stuff, it's incredible. Thanks. Okay. So, it's a secret, but I went through this really bad breakup last year, and it was bad for me and only me in that relationship. And so afterward, I was kind of like, hey, you for not being in love with me. How dare you? I'm very charming, I'm very cute. How dare you? I'm too hot to be this sad. Right. And so, after a while of like processing, right? I was like, oh, I guess that person is not evil just because they're not in love with me. I guess I will give in, I'll just say it. You're not the villain, right? And so I ended up writing this little song called You Just Didn't Like Me That Much. I posted it on TikTok, and it kind of like blew up a little bit, or blew up for me, you know? So I'm gonna play that for you tonight. That phrase, you just didn't like me that much, or just didn't like me that much, is repeated a lot, okay? And I'm telling you this on purpose because I'm going to expect you to know when to sing it by the end of the song. And if you don't, it's gonna hurt my feelings, okay? It's the first song off of my new EP called Public Displays of Affection, came out like 2 weeks ago. Thanks. Keep that name in mind because I'll be saying it in a later song, and you'll be like, oh, she said the name. Yeah. And everybody cheered. Yeah. So this is You Just Didn't Like Me That Much.
At the wrong time, you just didn't like me that much, and you weren't some evil mastermind. You didn't try to hurt me on purpose, but I thought that you wanted to attempt and ruin my life. And then I realized you just didn't like me that much, and it wasn't deliberate. There was no big plan or some grand scheme. I wasn't a target. I mean, it would have been someone else if it wasn't me, but I am an idiot. So it's not your fault that I fell in love with someone who just didn't like me that much. And people say that opposites attract, and that the opposite of love's indifference. And I guess that when I look at us like that, it kinda makes total perfect sense. Why? You just didn't like me that much. You weren't the one that got away, you just didn't like me that much. And you weren't my soulmate, and I thought that that must make you my nemesis. Deemed you diabolical, with vicious, malicious, and villainous intentions. But then I realized that, hey, you just didn't like me that much. And people say that opposites attract, and that the opposite of love's indifference. And I guess that when I look at us like that, it kinda makes total perfect sense. Why? You just didn't like me that much. But I don't blame you. I know you didn't mean to make me a casualty of your curiosity. And I don't hate you. I know you didn't mean to. I know you didn't mean to. I hope you didn't mean to. And people say that opposites attract, and that the opposite of love's indifference. And I guess that when I look at us like that, it kinda makes total perfect sense. Why? Just didn't like me that much. Yeah. So, after said breakup, right, I was in like the general suffering area of heartbreak, like no sleep, no eat, blah, 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 whatever. And so I called my mom and I was like, Rach, oh, by the way, I call my mom by her first name, and you can totally tell that by looking at me, right? So I was like, Rach, when does this end? Like this pain, the general, the suffering phase of all of this, when is that shit over? Because it's garbage. And she was like, hey BFF, I hate to tell you this, kind of never. It's kind of never over. You're just going to eventually fall in love again, and then this one will stop hurting. That was the worst fucking advice I have ever heard in my life. What do you mean it doesn't end, right? So I was upset, and I realized after like 4 or 5 months of said general suffering, that she was right, which was so dumb. But I got a really good piece of information out of her that I turned into a song called Reincarnation, which I'm about to read right now. My heart won't stop racing, my chest is too tight, can't feel my fingers. Sleep at night, is this what it feels like to lose the love of your life? I cut my hair and I got a dog, asked my therapist, asked my mom, when you lose the love of your life, how do you go on? 'Cause I won't fall out until I fall back in. Love is karmic, yeah, it works through reincarnation. And I won't get out what I don't put in. Love is karmic, yeah, it works through reincarnation. Been spending a lot more time with my friends. I love them so much, how did I forget I'm okay with losing you? If I've still got them. Been spending a lot more time on my own, going on trips and going back home, realizing I felt the same with you as I do alone. But I until I fall back in. Love is karmic, yeah, it works through reincarnation, and I won't get out when I don't put in. Love is karmic, yeah, it works through reincarnation. I hold on to missing you because I don't remember who I am without you, without us, without it. But I won't fall out until I fall back in. Love is karmic, yeah, it works through reincarnation, and I found out that I'll find it again. Love is karmic, yeah, it works through reincarnation. Reincarnation.
Okay, I do this thing. I'm gonna ask you guys to clap and cheer and scream because I have to switch guitars, and it's gonna be really weird and awkward if you guys aren't doing that. If you're not making some sort of really loud noise, you're just gonna be like, what the fuck? So, okay, 3, 2, 1. Thanks. I'm having a good time with you too. We should do it again sometime. Okay. So, I'm a Harry Styles fan, right? And so, yeah, nobody cheered. I'm a Harry Styles fan, and whenever the track listing of Harry's House, his like most recent album came out, his last song on the album was called "Love of My Life." And whenever I read that, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be my very favorite song I've ever heard in my life. Guys, and then I heard it. And no tea, no shade, all peace, all love, right? I still love the album, still like the song, but it was not my favorite. And so, in my disappointment, I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm distraught. And then I was like, Leanna, you're a writer. Just write the song that you wanted. So, I stole the name, don't tell him, he will sue me. I stole the title, but I wrote a completely different song, and this is my favorite song on the EP. You can quote me on that. And it's called Love of My Life.
I waited till the third date to bring you up. It's never a good time to discuss the ghost of relationships past, but I told him your name and how you just didn't like me that much. And with bated breath, braced for impact, but he stayed right where he was. He's made friends with the skeletons in my closet, the elephants in my room. He makes it a little bit easier to be haunted by you. Now that it's over, I'm glad that it is. Now that you're gone, I'm glad that you went, because losing you confirms sometimes breakups are blessings in disguise. Losing you only helped me find the love of my life. I waited till the third month, but he beat me to it. Started saying I love you at every chance that we could get. And it felt so good that I got downright suspicious, cause I've waited my whole life to be loved like this. Oh, he's made friends with the skeletons in my closet, the elephants in my room. He makes it a little bit easier to be haunted by you. Now that it's over, I'm glad that it is. Now that you're gone, I'm glad that you went, because losing you confirms sometimes breakups are blessings in disguise. Losing you only helped me find the love of my life. I used to think that you were it, and that when you left, I'd never love again. Just for me to meet the right person at the right time, the reincarnated love of my life. He's made friends with my friends, My parents loved you. Thought I'd never love anyone like I loved you. Till I did. So now that it's over, I'm glad that it is. Now that you're gone, I'm glad that you went. Because losing you can from sometimes. Breakups are blessings in disguise. Losing you only helped me find a love of mine.
So I know I've been telling you guys a lot of secrets. I'm going to tell you another one, okay? So I did not have my first kiss until I was 20. Why? Why wouldn't people want to kiss me before then? Come on. Anyway, so all of my friends, whenever I was in high school, were having all of these different milestones. They were having their first relationship, their first kiss, blah, 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 whatever, right? And so in turn, I became a cynic. And I was like, fuck that shit. Marriage is stupid, relationships are dumb, and they never last, right? Guys, and then I fell in love for the first time. Okay, maybe marriage is stupid, but it wouldn't be so stupid if it were with this guy, right? Harry Styles, yes, like, wouldn't that be a dream? Anyway, so I was like, marriage, dumb. Marriage with you, less dumb. So I wrote this song called God and the Government, which is a very Republican sounding name. But it's not. Okay.
I'm not one for domesticity. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't want to get married, but if you told me you did, if you wanted a life with a wife and a kid, I'd paint the picket fence white, put it up myself, say I can do it alone. You'll tell me you know, but you'll still help, and that's exactly why you'd make the perfect husband. And I'd say I love you in front of God and the government. You know that if you asked, I'd take out my lip ring, yeah, I'd remove my tats, be your American dream, and I'd make you a dad. Not right now, but someday. And when we have that brat, I'll be the head of their PTA. I'll make the picket fence white, put it up myself, say I can do it alone. You'll tell me you know, but you'll still help, and that's exactly why you'd make the perfect husband. And I'd say I love you in front of God and the government. Happy wife, happy life, I could be happy with you. So if you're thinking marriage might be something you want to do, let's go. Right now, I'll meet you at the courthouse. And if you're hearing this, then here's my vows. I'll paint the picket fence. 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 I'll paint the picket fence white, put it up myself, say I can do it alone. You'll tell me you know, but you'll still help, and that's exactly why you'd make the perfect husband. And I'd say I love you, and I'd say that I do. I'd say I love you in front of God and the government.
I'm gonna change guitars again. You guys know the drill. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. The strap on yet? No. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I used to believe in right person, wrong time, right? But I only believed in that because I was like, maybe someday I'll be good enough for you to be in love with me. And then after I realized that that was why I was doing that, I was like, oh, I don't believe in that shit anymore. And the reason also why was because I met the right person. And I was like, oh, holy shit. If you meet the right person, it will always be the right time. Cheat code, you're welcome. So, I wrote this song called Right Person, Right Time. It's about my boyfriend.
I think I knew it right when I called my mom after our third date. She said I looked disgustingly smitten. I joked that I would marry you someday. And I think I knew it right when my dad discreetly mouthed, I love him, from across the room. That I did too, and I can't imagine getting old. But I hope I get to be with you. They're right, you really do know when you know. And if he wanted to, he would. I used to think that I knew what it was, how it felt, how it smelled, what it looked like. Now I know I've never been in love before you. It was never meant to be mine. 'Cause you're the right person, so it's the right time. I think I knew it right when you took me to your best friend's band's gig. You made public displays of affection, even though it was the first time I met your friends. I think I knew it right when we got drunk at my family's Thanksgiving. I was talking shit and politics, and you still told me I looked pretty. And I can't imagine getting old, but I hope I get to be with you. They're right, you really do know when you know. And if he wanted to, he would. I used to think that I knew what it was, how it felt, how it smelled, what it looked like. Now I know I've never been in love before you. It was never meant to be mine. 'Cause you're the right person, so it's the right time. I spent way too many years thinking that love had passed me by. I spent way too many nights crying and asking myself why. What about me? Can I change? What about me don't you like? What about me isn't enough? What about me isn't right? Just to meet the boy who swallowed the sun in real life. Just to be at exactly the right place at exactly the right time. The right time. And I can't imagine getting old, but I hope I get to be with you. You're right, you really do know when you know. And if he wanted to, he would. I used to think that I knew what it was, how it felt, how it smelled, what it looked like. Now I know I've never been in love before you. It was never meant to be mine. 'Cause you're the right person, so it's the right time. Thanks. Speed drink. Some of you are going to be doing that tonight. Okay, so are you guys ready for Newfound Glory? I know. My mom never let me go to Warped Tour when I was a kid. Yeah, I was pissed about it. I'm still mad, Rach. Anyway, so getting to tour with them is like getting to go to Warped Tour like every single night. It is so fucking cool. Yeah, so I think I just have a couple of things to housekeep with you guys before I leave the stage. Number one, I have one more song. People cheered. Interesting. Anyway, I have one more song. If you were like, wow, Leanna, you are so cool. I will be out at the merch table after the show, meeting, greeting, taking pictures, fishing for compliments, selling merchandise, that too. Something really special that I've been doing, and whenever you see other people doing it, know that they got it from me, right? Is I've been selling signed set lists. So if you were like,
oh my god, I forgot her name, or the songs that she played, or the city that we're in, or the day that it is. All of that information is on those set lists, right? And there's only like a handful of them per show, so they're super exclusive. I think that that's all that I have to say. I am Leanna Firestone, and this is Smitten.
You snored, and it was the most beautiful sound that I ever heard. And I'm sure if we ever got old and married, it would get on my nerves. But right now, for the first time, I think it's so cute you can't breathe right. So sweet dreams, sweetheart, sleep tight. I think I must be doing something right to deserve you in my life. So I thank God and my lucky stars alike, because I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something right. You smiled, and it was the most beautiful thing that I ever seen. And you apologized, and you covered your mouth because you're insecure about your crooked teeth. But can I just say this? I'm kind of glad that you never got braces, because I like your smile just the way it is. I think I must be doing something right to deserve you in my life. So I thank God and my lucky stars alike, because I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something right. I'm helplessly and hopelessly smitten, and usually I'd be too scared to admit it, but you make me the best kind of nervous. Pretty sure you do that shit on purpose. I'm helplessly and hopelessly smitten, so much so that I just had to tell you again that you make me the best kind of nervous. Even when you do that shit on purpose, I must be doing something right to deserve you in my life. So I thank God and my lucky stars alike, because I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something. Don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something. Don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something right. Yeah, I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something right.